was at a pothole and got a flat tire.
What are you doing out? What are you doing? Why are you letting me get so close?
So I just got a call, returning home from doing a little bit of field work, finding some snakes out there, and there is a rattlesnake at a house in Cave Creek or Scottsdale, up here somewhere. Okay, just got home, changed cars, grabbed equipment, rushing out the door. I gotta start paying attention to this because we're gonna start getting very busy very fast, and if we're not ready, you can end up in situations like this. I was at a pothole and got a flat tire. All right, I'm about a mile away from him. I'm just gonna jog over there and deal with this later. I knew this would happen someday. Fortunately, I'm only about a mile away from the call, so I'm just gonna go get it. And I don't know, I'll have a snake in a bucket while I wait for AAA. Hi. Sorry it took me a minute. I got a flat tire out on the road out there, but I was only about a mile away, so it wasn't that far. I guess of all the places to get it, at least I'm close enough to be able to do it. So
he's right. You see him underneath that big boulder.
Yep, yeah. So I'm gonna look around because this is a den. So this is a pretty classic, like what they would use for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we'll see if I can get some other ones too. Anybody else hanging out?
Not too big, but
oh, it's a good sized female. If I was a snake, I would be pretty excited about this rock. This is kind of what they, look for out in there's a lot of situations like this around.
yeah.
Would it be okay if I ran some water into that crevice? Actually, really surprising that no other rattlesnakes have come out of here, especially with a big adult like that being in there. So what we do with the water here, this is an easy way to just kind of reach into all the places that we can't see and get things to move around. This does not harm the snake, so we're very careful of that. We make sure that we're putting water in and then stopping it and giving everything a chance to escape. There's a very particular method to this. So that we can basically, if there's 20 rattlesnakes in here, they're all going to come out safely. But that's just not happening yet, so we'll see what happens. And then after this, I get to go figure out my stranded situation. I hope the AAA guy likes having a rattlesnake in a bucket next to him in the tow truck. So now Liz is going to come get me so I can go deal with a flat tire. It'll be fun. I see lots of boulders around here, so no wonder this animal's here, but not common that it was alone. Anyway.
Hey everyone, headed to a call in North Phoenix. Gentleman just called. He said he has a rattlesnake in his backyard. I guess it rattled at him, so I am headed that way now. Let's go grab this snake. How big was it?
It wasn't huge.
It wasn't huge?
It had a black and white.
Oh, gotcha. Let's see. Oh, he's right here. All right, little bud. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm hiking to go release my snake friend here, and I spotted a king snake. Yeah. Hey little buddy. What are you doing? It's freezing out. Yay. This is actually my first Arizona snake, wild one, not on relocation, of the year. Starting it off with a king. I'll take it. Buddy. He was just cruising around these rocks. He's like, you're really cold, buddy. What are you doing out? Like, look at this. Some busy part of town. But then there's all this desert here, and that's why that rattlesnake was in the neighborhood there. And this king snake is out hunting, I guess. Sorry, buddy, you can't have my rattlesnake. This is where he was. He was just cruising. There you go. See ya. Alright. Hi, little buddy. This one's a little fired up. The dogs actually discovered it, so it's probably scared about that still. He said he doesn't think the dog got bit. He's going to continue to keep an eye on his pupper. He's had a dog actually be bit in that backyard before, so he said he knows the drill. Look at this little snake. Alright. They're trying low for this spot for you. Keep going, little bud. Alright, well, I found a nice little spot for our rattlesnake friend away from the king snakes. But that was pretty cool. I can't believe I ran into a king snake. I feel like when I'm out hiking around, that's like probably the least common snake I run into. So, yeah, that made my night. I guess that means the season has started, which I'm not hating on. Alright, you probably can't see it because it's a GoPro, but there's right on the edge of that branch right there, an owl just flew up there. I'm just killing it tonight, getting all sorts of cool stuff. Oh, that was awesome. Cool, what a cool night.
Okay, it's a couple days later. I have my tire fixed in my car, and I'm gonna take that snake out to release it at a den. I'm gonna have to hike it in a little ways because there's a lot of boulders there right next to the houses, but I know a den that is within its estimated home range that'd be just perfect for it. But it's a little bit of a walk, so I'm gonna stuff that girl into my backpack and see what we can find today while we're out, and we will release her at that den. That sounded too grumpy, sorry. And of course, by stuff into backpack, we mean carefully place inside of backpack in a safely tied bag, and a backpack that is padded, that has a shield behind it so nothing's gonna bite through it, because we do not like to be bitten in the back while we're hiking. So one of the things that people don't know much about is that rattlesnakes are actually very social. And having other rattlesnakes in an area or in close proximity can actually calm down that snake. So part of the thing that I rely on here when I'm taking a snake that's in one den and moving it to another that's in the same immediate adjacent area is that if these snakes can interact, that could have an effect of making it more likely that that snake would recognize it as a den and want to return to it in the future. So I see a rattlesnake right there that's already out in the open. I'm going to try to release this snake in a way that it can go over there and kind of interact with that snake in some way, and maybe they'll feel at home. You do have to be pretty careful walking around stuff like this because it is a pretty sizable den, and there's lots of these guys out coming out to get some sun, and I do not want to step on them. Okay, I'm at the den, so I'm going to take it out of this bag. Well, nobody cares. But she is in the crevice now, and then she stopped abruptly. So she might have, I'm sure she met a couple of others in there, but the one that's sleeping out front doesn't care at all. You might have seen that her tail was painted orange. That's one of the things that I can do to tell if I see this snake again in the future. In fact, this den, there's another snake that I released here, caught at almost the same general area as where this one came from. It's just up the wash from here. And it was a very big snake. Actually, if you remember that video, it was the one where we had that really massive diamondback over here. This is the same spot that I released it. It's probably the largest den in the area, and both of them probably know about it. Anyway, this is a lot better for either of them than a roadway behind someone's house. This guy rattled at me from, I don't know, 40 feet away. I didn't even see him. So thank you for letting me know, because you are probably 5 feet long and do not want to step on you. So big animal.